Hey there, Bed Wars warriors. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into Roblox Bed Wars, that epic game where it's all about protecting your bed while wrecking everyone else's. Now, we all know that in Bed Wars, strategy is key, but having the right kit, that's where the real magic happens. Kits are like your in-game superheroes, each with their own unique perks and powers, and trust me, not all of them are built the same. Some kits will have you dominating the battlefield, while others, well, let's just say they'll have you running back to the lobby in no time. So if you want to level up fast and take your game to the next level, choosing the best kit is an absolute must. In this video, we're ranking the kits from top to bottom, breaking down which ones are worth it and which ones you might want to skip. We'll talk about the abilities that make the best kits stand out and why some of them are total game changers. So, if you're ready to discover which kits will help you climb to victory and secure that win, make sure to stick around. Alright, grab your swords, gear up, and let's dive into the Bed Wars kit tier list. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking kits in Bed Wars. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of tier list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching.
A very small portion of the audience is subscribed to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe if you like these types of videos. Thanks.
The kits in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: Drill, Eldrick, Fortuna, Smoke, Trapper, Umbra, Vanessa, Warden, Cyber, Flora, Frosty, Lucia, Metal Detector, Wim, Shoot, Shurot, Infernal Shielder, Hephaestus, Ignis, Leon, and Milo. Alright, let's dive into the Bed Wars C tier kits. These guys are like the underdogs of the game, hanging out just below the spotlight. They're not the strongest kits around, sure, but if you're starting out or just looking to have some fun, they can totally give you an edge, especially in the early game. Let's break down the quirks and powers of each so you know exactly what to expect when you roll with these kits. First up, we've got Drill. This kit's a bit of a resource powerhouse if you use it right. Basically, you can purchase drills to set up on diamond and emerald generators, and they'll start collecting resources at double the usual rate. The catch? You've got to keep an eye on those drills to fend off anyone who wants a slice of your haul. If you're good at multitasking, drill can be a game changer early on. Then we have Eldrick, a sort of team player kit. With Eldrick, you can drain health from enemies to keep yourself going, or if you're feeling generous, sacrifice some of your own health to heal your teammates. It's not the flashiest skill set, but it's super helpful for holding down an area and keeping your allies alive. Plus, if you snag this one for free during Crypt's Coven Halloween event, it's kind of like a badge of honor. Moving along, there is Fortuna, the card-wielding, damage-dealing wildcard. Fortuna lets you summon enchanted cards that attack your opponents, and as you stack up damage, your cards evolve with different effects. It's random, it's chaotic, and it keeps your opponents guessing. Fortuna may not have the highest damage output, but when those cards start coming in hot, things get wild. Smoke is your go-to kit if stealth is your style. With Smoke, you've got smoke charges that turn you invisible, letting you slip past enemies or set up sneaky ambushes. It's not foolproof invisibility, but if you're looking to be a little sneaky, this kit has you covered. Think of it like your personal cloaking device for those surprise attacks. Now say hello to Trapper. This kit is all about snap traps, which you can place strategically to stun unsuspecting enemies. When a trapped enemy gets hit, you get a bonus mark that deals extra damage. So, if you love setting traps and playing mind games, Trapper's definitely a kit to try out. It's a bit of a set it and forget it strategy that can lead to some satisfying moments. Umbra is perfect if you want to teleport all over the place. This kit lets you toss a hat onto other players, giving you the ability to teleport to them at any moment. Here's the kicker: when you arrive, your allies get a speed and invulnerability boost, while enemies nearby get knocked back and slowed. It's like making an entrance with a bang. Umbra's great for those who love unpredictable playstyles, and if you're a fan of a classic archer, then Vanessa is your pick. Vanessa's skills this is all about supercharging her bow to launch a triple shot, giving her major range potential. It's like 3 arrows for the price of 1, letting you do more damage from a distance. Not exactly overpowered, but it's definitely satisfying if you've got good aim and enjoy keeping your distance. Lastly, let's talk Warden. This kit has a pretty unique ability. It imprisons the souls of recently defeated enemies, which increases their respawn time. So, if you're working on breaking down a team's defenses, this can be a huge advantage. And as a bonus, each imprisoned soul boosts your break speed and shield regeneration, making you more durable as you go. It's like having extra lives on standby. These C tier kits might not be Bed Wars heavy hitters, but each one brings something different to the game. The kits in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Noelle, Sigrid, Styx, Talia, Terra, Umeko, Electra, Jack, Lani, Lila, Melody, Merchant Marco, Nyoka, Raven, Santa, Sheepherder, Warrior, Agni, Bexat, Cogsworth, Whisper, Yeti, and Zenith. Alright, so you've made it this far, and if you're like me, you're itching to hear about the kits that are, well, kinda mid, but also kinda awesome. Yes, we're diving into the B tier kits in Bed Wars, which brings some real spice to the game without totally breaking it. These kits are reliable, they're unique, and sure, while you might swap them out for A or S tier later, don't underestimate them. They each bring their own game changer abilities to the table. Let's talk about why they still pack a punch. First up, Noelle. Now, if you ever dreamed of slimes as more than just blobs that ruin your day, Noelle's got you covered. She tames slimes that stick around with you, providing buffs that grow stronger over time. These little friends are your personal cheer squad, buffing up your team and making sure they stay strong. It's a unique twist on support, making Noelle an absolute blast in team plays. Then there's Sigrid, and I've got to say, this one's a wild ride. Literally, she calls in a mount, charges at enemies and sends them flying. Picture this. A fierce warrior on an elk, charging into battle without a weapon, but making a major impact. It's chaotic, and it's awesome. You can't use weapons while riding, but the rush of sending your opponent scattering is worth it. Oh, and let's not forget about Styx, who brings a bit of teleportation magic into the mix. Defeat an enemy? Styx can link a confluence portal to their body, teleporting you and your teammates to that exact spot. It's perfect for sneaky flanking and quick map control, especially when you're in a bind and need to close distances fast. For those who appreciate a quirky fun kit, Talia is your go-to. She lets you buy eggs, hatch chickens, and decide if they're joining your side in combat or being sold for profit. Yep, it's a bit of a farm life meets battle, but those chickens can surprise you in a skirmish. Just imagine the chaos of chickens running around mid-fight. Trust me, it's as ridiculous as it sounds, but so worth it. Terra fans, here's one for you. Terra stomps the ground, gathering protective blocks and launching them at enemies. Each hit boosts her kick damage for future attacks, making her stronger the more she lands those blocks. It's a unique power that combines both offense and defense, and there's something oddly satisfying about kicking blocks at your enemies. Now, if you like a mid-range fighter who's quick on their feet, Umeko is a stealthy choice. She uses chakrams to deal damage from a distance, but has an escape trick up her sleeve. Turn invisible and escape from melee attacks if things get too intense. It's like she's saying, catch me if you can. And good luck to anyone who tries. Ready for an electrifying play. Electra lets you dash right through enemies, dealing electric damage along the way. And with 2 dashes in your pocket, you're always on the move, striking like lightning. If you can get a kill with your dash, your stacks refill. So you're in for a non-stop shock show if you play it right. And lastly, meet Jack. He's not just here to throw pumpkins, he's lobbing bundles of poisonous pumpkin oil. Imagine creating a slippery, toxic mess across the battlefield that leaves your opponents panicked and poisoned. It's like Halloween turned deadly, and the best part, you get to sit back and watch them scramble. So, don't sleep on these B tier kits. They're fun, they're unique, and if you use them right, they'll leave your enemies regretting they ever underestimated you. The kits in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Adetunde, Spirit Catcher, Ares, Baker, Bounty Hunter, Cobalt, Crypt, Elder Tree, Pharmacletus, Alchemist, Beekeeper, Beatrix, Builder, Caitlyn, Dino Temer Dom, Fisherman, Gingerbread Man, Evelyn, Freya, Grim Reaper, Gompy, Jade, and Xeno Wizard. Alright folks, if you thought that the game couldn't get any more exciting, buckle up because we're diving into the A tier kits in Bed Wars. These kits might be slightly less powerful than the top dogs, but trust me, they pack a punch and bring some serious fun to the battlefield. So let's get into it and see what makes these kits stand out. First up, we have Adetunde. This kit starts you off with a mighty frost hammer, and here's the kicker. Dealing damage with it gives you a chance to drop frost crystals. Collecting these crystals allows you to upgrade your hammer, making it even more devastating. Imagine being a snowstorm on the battlefield, freezing your enemies in their tracks while you power up. Adetunde is like a winter warrior that just won't quit. Next, let's talk about the Spirit Catcher. If you're all about strategy, this one's for you. You can purchase spirits from the item shop and strategically place them around the map. These little guys chase down enemies and explode upon contact. It's like having your own ghostly army doing your bidding while you sit back and enjoy the chaos. Who knew summoning spirits could be this much fun? Now, we can't forget Ares, the ancient warrior who channels the power of lightning. Armed with electric charge throwing spears, Ares is here to make sure your enemies don't stand a chance. Just picture the scene. You're launching these spears with precision, zapping foes left and right. With Ares, you'll feel like a true demigod, striking fear into the hearts of anyone who crosses your path. Moving on, we have the charming Baker. Who doesn't love a good treat, right? With this kit, you gain access to health gain apples and speed boost cakes. You'll be dodging attacks while munching on delicious goodies. It's the perfect blend of strategy and snacking. Who knew combat could be this sweet? Plus, nothing says, "I'm here to win," like sprinting around with a cake in hand. Now, let's bring in the Bounty Hunter. This kit is all about the thrill of the chase. You get assigned bounties for taking out certain players, and when you complete these missions, you're rewarded with random resources. It's like a treasure hunt, but instead of digging for gold, you're hunting down your opponents. The adrenaline rush of completing a bounty adds an extra layer of excitement to the game. Next up is Cobalt, the ultimate damage taker. Every time you take damage, you have a chance of dropping a battery on the ground. These batteries can be picked up for a small shield, and once you collect 3, boom, you overload, gaining a sweet boost in movement speed and the damage. It's like being a walking power-up. How cool is that? Just remember to keep an eye on your health. Let's not forget about the unique farmer Cletus. As a master of the farmland, Cletus grows crops that yield diamonds and emeralds. Imagine farming your way to victory while everyone else is scrambling for resources. With Cletus on your team, you'll be raking in the loot while keeping the competition at bay. It's a farming simulator meets battle royales, and we love to see it. Last but definitely not least, we have Evelyn. This kit is a real game changer. By dealing damage, you attract nearby spirits that you can consume for a teleport and some sick speed and attack buffs. It's all about mobility and striking fast, perfect for those who love to play the agile role in combat. With Evelyn, you'll be zipping around the battlefield, catching your enemies off guard and leaving them in the dust. And that's a wrap on our A-tier kits in Bed Wars. These characters may not be the most overpowered, but they bring creativity and excitement to every match. So next time you jump into a game, consider giving one of these kits a spin. You might just find your new favorite way to dominate the battlefield. The kits in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Aerie, Crocowolf, Archer, Barbarian, Hannah, Kalia, Miner, Pirate Davy, Sheila, Conqueror, Star Collector, Stella, Trinity, Void's Regent, Vulcan, Lassie, Nisix, Pyro, Yamin Yamini, Axolotl, Yuzi, and Zephyr. Alright, let's dive into the incredible world of Bed Wars kits. If you're looking to dominate the battlefield, the S-tier kits are your best allies. These kits offer a perfect blend of speed, shields, and unique abilities that can turn the tide of any match. So grab your gear and let's explore some of the most powerful options that can elevate your gameplay. First up, we have Aerie. This little butterfly collector is a force to be reckoned with. Every time you take down an enemy, you'll gather spirit butterflies that boost your sword damage. Just keep in mind, Aerie's got a bit of a trade-off. Your base health takes a slight hit. But hey, if you're racking up kills, that won't be a problem for long. Now, let's talk about the Crocowolf. Imagine this. You lose your bed, and instead of panicking, you transform into the mighty Crocowolf beast. This transformation not only amps up your move speed, but also increases your knockback. It's like getting a second chance to wreak havoc on your foes. What's not to love? Next, we have the Archer, your go-to kit for those who enjoy a little distance in their combat. With a 20% boost to projectile damage and access to the tactical crossbow, you'll be picking off enemies from afar in no time. Plus, who doesn't love the satisfaction of sniping opponents while they're blissfully unaware? Then there's the Barbarian, a kit designed for those who thrive on aggression. You build rage by damaging enemies, and instead of buying swords, your sword upgrades as you reach maximum rage. It's a wild ride, but beware, you'll lose half your rage if you meet an untimely end. The Emerald Sword gets swapped for the Rage Blade, so you better make those hits count. If you're looking for a bit of strategy, Hannah is your girl. With her execute ability, you can finish off low health enemies with style. It's like having a secret weapon that's just waiting for the right moment to shine. Just imagine the satisfaction of landing that perfect kill when your opponent thinks they're safe. Kalia brings the heat, literally. This fiery warrior can pack a punch that leaves enemies scorched. Her ability to deal damage while looking fierce makes her a favorite among players who enjoy aggressive playstyles. So, if you like to charge into battle, Kalia might just be your perfect match. Moving on, we have the Miner, a kit that's all about turning the tables on your foes. Every enemy you defeat turns to stone, and you can break them down for valuable resources. However, the Miner can't buy axes, which is a small price to pay for such a unique ability. Just think of the treasures you could gather while turning your enemies into mere rocks. Last but not least, meet Pirate Davy. With a TNT cannon at your disposal, you can bombard enemies and create chaos on the battlefield. Nothing says fun like launching explosive surprises at your opponents. So, whether you're a sneaky strategist or a full-on assault type, these S-tier kits are sure to elevate your game and make every match an adventure. Which kit will you choose? The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.